Hi, welcome to Dappy Animations. So today's tutorial is going to be based on the intro I did for this program, the one being played. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate how I set it up. All right, so let me open Cinema 4D R18. Okay, so I have my Cinema 4D here. First, let me go for a polygon. All right, so let me go for a sphere and pull it. Let me just pull the stage up. So this is my sphere. All right, so let me make it smoother. So the segments, let me go something like 100 to make it smoother. So 100 is okay. Now come to type and select hemisphere. Okay, so I have this. Right, so after that, come to the menu bar, MoGraph, and select cloner. Okay, now click and drag the sphere into the cloner so that you have a copy of the sphere. All right, now select the cloner. All right, then give it something like the count, make it something like 10, from 3 to 10. Okay, then the position, it says here 50, so make it 0. All right, so what I have now is okay. Go to MoGraph, Effector, and select Step Effector. Okay, so you have something like this. So Step Effector, let's see. On Step Effector, Strength 100. Okay, and now let's come to its parameter, uniform scale. Okay, now the scale, let's give it something like 0.3 so that it will be smaller. Okay, now let me highlight the rotation, so let me tick the box here. All right, the on rotation starting, let me see, let me give the timeline something like 150 frames. Okay, so 150 is okay. Now still on Step Effector. Now our starting rotation, let me give it something like the beginning minus 75. The position 0 is okay. Then 40 for the base rotation. Okay, I'm not seeing it well, so let me come to the display mode and select garage shading lines so that I see what I'm doing. All right, so let me turn it well and see what I'm actually doing. Okay, now I can see it well. So now I can see my sphere well. So now let's set a key on the rotations. So I'll hold the control key, then click on the stopwatch here. Okay, then move the timeline to something like let me see, 100 is okay. So on position rotation, let me change from 0, let me give it something like 150, no, 110 and see. Okay, so 110 is okay. Let me end the animation by setting the keys on the stopwatch again. So this is okay. Now let me see our sphere again. First, let me take the grid off. So let me come here. Let me take the grid off. So I have something like this. So let me play it and see. It's a simple animation. So the timeline here is 150. Okay, so the rest of the 50, let me see. The rotation animation, let me make it 80 rather. So the rest of the 50, let me set another key rotation there. So minus 75, let me make it minus something like 30 or so. Then the position rotation, let me make it something like 140 instead of 110. Then the base rotation, let me make it 0. Then hold the control key, then set an ending key again. That's the final key. So let's see what we have. See that? just a simple rotation that I did on this sphere. All right, I did not do that much animation on it, but if you feel like you want more of the rotations, you can still go on. Okay, you can still go on if you want more rotations on it. So that one, you just come to the step effector, then you increase it if you want. There's still more you can do with it. You see that? So you can increase it more if you want. Then you set a key. Okay. All right. So let me undo that one, because the whole idea is I'll be showing what's inside. So I didn't want that much rotations on it. All right. Now let me duplicate let me duplicate the sphere here. Let me hold the control key, then click and drag to duplicate. All right. And let me flip it over. So let me lay this one on the floor, something like 180. So 180. Then scale it down. So instead of 100, let me bring it down. So 150. All right. Let me move closer. So I have something like this. Now let me bring it down. Okay. So let me rotate this. Let me see. Okay, let me see. So this way is okay. Something like, let me see. So like this is okay. Okay. Let me clear this one. Then reduplicate it. Hold the control key, then click and drag to duplicate. Then let me scale it down to something like 70. All right. Then rotate it 0, 0. Then rotate it so that it will come under. So 180 degrees here. So I have this. I think the scaling is too small, so let me make it 80. So 80 is okay. So now I have this. So now inside the animation, the sphere, I seal the top. So I can go in for a disk, then place it on top of it. So the outer radius, let me scale it down so that I will seal the top. So basically, this is how I created the animation. Okay. Then duplicate the bottom again. Then this one, the radius, let me make it a bit bigger. So I'll rotate it to cover this one. The one, let me go a negative value. Okay, so this way. Then rotate it along this path. So something like this is okay. So inside there, you see that in the animation, inside there, I had some character models inside. For time's sake, I can't insert those character models. So what I would do is, I can just model anything and place inside there. But that's not what we are here. So let me just do apply a simple color. So double click inside here to create a material. Open the material, then give it a yellow color. Okay, give it a yellow color here. Then click OK. All right. So let me apply the color to the cloner. You see that? All right. So I have this. You can come inside here and apply ambient occlusion so that you have that shadowiness within it. Okay. So I have this now. So the bottom one, the one inside was white. Okay. So let me make it white. Okay. Then apply it to the ones inside. Hold the control key, then click and drag this one to apply it also. Okay. Let me bring this one down. So I have this. Okay. Now let's create the loops around it. Okay. So I'll select equip. Let me scale it down. Okay. Scale it down. Let's go. Let me bring it out here so that I can see what it is, how it look like. Well, so I have something like this. Okay. Now duplicate it, hold the control key, then click and drag one up, then off the second one. Okay. Now go for MoGraph cloner. Go for cloner. All right. Then place the cube inside the cloner. Okay. Now on the cloner, come to objects and select the mode, change from linear to radar. Okay. Then on radar, let's open it up, the radius up. Let me select, come here and select, it says here XY. Let me make it XZ. Okay, so that it lays on the floor. Then the count, let me increase it to any amount that I want. So I'll leave it at 25 or 26. All right. I think the cube here is too big, so I have two layers of this particular looping cubes, and one is small and one is big. So this one, let me make it a bit smaller. Okay, so let me make the first one smaller. So let me make it here 1, the size here 1. Okay, so this one is okay. All right. Now, let me see. I think this one was going clockwise. So I use the offset here to animate. So the starting, let me set a key there. Then something like 150. I'll go something like 360. Since I don't have that much frames here, so I'll go something like 360 and set a key. Now let's see what we have. Okay, you see that the beginning, the rotation pick up slowly, then in the middle is rotating fast, then settles. We don't want that way. So to solve that issue, come to Windows. Okay, then select timeline F curves. Okay, select that, then open it up. So what we are going to do is we are going to work on the curves sheet. Okay, so let me open it up a bit more. So here is the animation path of the cloner. That's the cloner 1. Okay, so all you have to do is straighten the curves here. So let me hold this one, then pull it down. Then this one last end here, then pull it up to straighten the line. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is okay. So after that, you can either close it or minimize it. So you have something like this. So you see now it's rotating smoothly. All right. So after this, duplicate this same cloner with a cube inside, duplicate it. Then now you can open it up. It says here the radius is 157. So let's open it to something like 200 or so. And let me increase the count here to something like 30, 35 is okay. Now, the rotation here will go anti-clockwise. First, it was clockwise. So now let's go anti-clockwise. So let me add a negative value to the 360. Then set a key there. Now let's see. The same thing is happening here. So let me go to the graph editor again and make changes to it. Okay. So let me make changes to the graph editor, the curve line for cloner 2. So let me pull this one down, and this one will go up. Let me straighten the lines down. All right, so I have this. Let's see. See, it's not difficult. So basically, this is how I set up the entire animation. Then set a camera through. See, then the other ones is just the same style. All right. So let's just try to place something inside the plane here. Okay. For now, I don't have any model or character here that I can use. So let me just do a quick, maybe the microphone. Let me just create a quick one. So let me go for the cone. We are going to create a microphone, a first one. So let me flip it over. Let me take the height down. Okay. Let me drag this side in. So let me pull it up. Okay, something like this is okay. The bottom there, let me open it up a bit. So it's too small, it's too narrow there. So let me open it up. Then the height, let me take it down. Something here, somewhere here is okay. Now let me go for another sphere. Let me take the radius down, then move it up and place it on top of the cone there. So basically, let's use this as just a microphone. Okay, let me place it down on top of it. Okay, so this be our microphone. Okay. You can duplicate the sphere again. Okay, come to the subdivision tools here, then select atom ray, then place the sphere inside. Okay, now the sphere radius, let me take it down to something like 1. Then the cylinder radius to 1. Okay, let me make the sphere radius 0.5, 0.5. So something like this. All right. So let's use this as our microphone example. Okay. So I'll select these elements, then come to objects here, then select or just group of the objects, just group them. Okay, all right. Now place the grouped objects here. Let me name it mic. Let me just name it mic. Okay, so let me place the mic in the middle of this plane. Okay, in the middle of the plane. All right. Then you can duplicate. I think from the example there were 3. So I'll duplicate it. Okay, let me come closer. Then there was one at the side. Right, so let me come to the orthographic view. Let me see. Let me come to the front. Okay, so the front view. Okay, then select enable Azels modification. Then move the Azels to the center of the microphone. Then place it at the bottom here. All right, then I'll select it again. Now let's come to the active camera view. So from here you can scale this mic down. So let me scale it down. You see that? Something like 9. 9 is okay. Now you can rotate it. So let me rotate it to this side. So I think the scaling, let me see 8 and see. So 8 is okay. All right. So you can duplicate this one again. Then you go the other way, minus, so that it will flip to the other side. So something like this is okay. All right. You can decide to add if you want, but let me leave it like this for now. So the plane, this is the plane, all right? So let me move these ones down. The microphones down, all right? Then select the microphones and the plane. Then group them. Let me group them, all right? So after this, what I did was I rotated this. I rotated it so it was under. You see, the microphone was under. Let me make it 180. Was under or was inside the sphere. Okay. Let me see. Let me select the microphones, then bring them down. So let me bring them down more. So I think this is okay. Okay, let me just leave it like this. So I have this. Okay. Let me select a tube, then scale it down. The height, let me come down. Then the inner radius, let me increase it so that it will open it up. So let me leave it like this. As for the outer ring, it's easy. So I'll just leave that one, then concentrate on this one. Okay. So I have this. All right. Let me on the cloner again. So I have this. All right. So let me select this one. So you see how this one is rotating. So something like from 50. Let me set a rotation animation on the cloner itself. Okay. So let me set a key here. So the starting, let me rotate this to maybe see, let me see the angle that I want to go. Something like this. So 65. Let me make it 70. Okay. Then set a key there. So it will be something like this. Okay. So the beginning, if my camera is positioned like this, that's how maybe I want it to start. Okay. Let me position it well. Then this one's the whites inside. Okay. I'll rotate this one. So let me set a key here to the one under. Let me set a key, rotation key there. All right. Then the beginning. Let me rotate it so that it will be covering. It will be like a dome covering it. So let me set a key there. So it will be something like this. When this one reverses, it will also open it up. Okay. So let's see. When it reveals it, it will also open. See that? So whilst it's opening, the discs will also flip up. So let me see from here to here. Let me set a key there on the discs. Then move the timeline to something like 110. 110, then the rotation here, let me go 0 to flip it over. Okay. So you have something like this. You see that? Okay. All right. So basically, this is how I did the setup. So I set it up in this way, then rendered it and took it to After Effects, then did the rest of the stuff. All right. So from here, all I did was insert a camera. Maybe set the camera, then the camera position. I'm on the eye. Set a key there. Then the beginning, let me push it away, something like this. Set a key, then play it. See that it's coming towards S. It's even too slow. So let me drag it in here. So you see. So guys, you see that the setup was not difficult. Okay. So after arranging all this, although I went in depth in adding more stuff, finally you have something like this. I had a 3-camera setup here. Okay. Which is the front, the top, and the closing, which is the ending. Okay. After that, I rendered them separately. So let's see. This is the front. It comes in. Okay. Then car ends somewhere here. Then the top one. This is the top camera, which shows the content what's inside. Okay. So this is the top camera. So the third one. All right. So after that, I rendered each camera scene separately. I came into After Effects. Okay. Then I laid everything here. I arranged them here. The first scene comes in. Okay. Then the bar transition comes in. Then bring the second scene. Okay. The bar comes in again. Bring the third scene. Before the ending will come in. Okay. You see that it's not difficult. So now the ending will come in. All right. That's all. Then I ended it. Now this one here, I created this in After Effects here. Okay, it's just shape layer. All right. After that, I try to lay some word map on it. Okay. I laid it on it as a soft light. Then created the backgrounds. See that? So with the background added and a little bits of touches, you have your final animation. Okay, so this is our final animation. All right. All right, guys. So this is it for my Reporters Roundtable explainer video tutorial. Okay. See you next time. And please kindly like, subscribe, and comment.